Hi, everybody, and welcome to my attempt at this week's BBO Weekly Free Instant Tournament. Free, and I'll always say it's 8 points match, 8 hands match points. You have the best hand at the table, meaning nobody can have more high card points than you. They can have the same but better distribution. But I did want to just say a couple of things about these robot tournaments before we start. You'll have noticed over the last few weeks, the variety of results that were very much dependent on the 15 people who first played these instant tournaments, whether they were good, bad, or indifferent, and that makes a very different, big difference to what can be the winning score or a good score. And the other thing is, you may have seen other YouTube videos recently, particularly about the eBridge Cup, where people have shown how you can game the robots by opening your weaker miner and bidding one no trump when you don't really have a one no trump opening, and the robot will go wrong in the play, assuming your bidding is trustworthy. So there are various things you can do to win robot events like this. But my main aim here is for the play of the hand, for intermediate and improving players. So I tend to stick to bidding properly. I will stretch, I will make the changes I would make in real life to upgrade or downgrade. And also, the robot is definitely significantly better in dealing with no trump auctions than suit auctions. So I will open one no trump sometimes when it seems possible. Anyway, here we are with the first hand with 18 high card points. Our intermediate's not very good. It's all aces and kings. We will, but those having aces and kings would tend to suggest we'd like to play in a suit contract if we can find a fit. So I'm not going to downgrade this to a 17. I'm going to open one diamond and rebid two no trumps if partner doesn't say one heart. So and West says one heart, partner says two diamonds, which shows 4 diamonds and 6 to 10 total points. Well, my two no trumps should still be 18, 19, I think. 18 to 20 high card points. But I've opened, I've got a heart stop. Partner doesn't have spades because they would have doubled. So we do have major suit weaknesses, but if partner has their 10 high card points that they might have, we've easily got game. So I think we've got to bid two no trumps here and see what happens. And partner passes, so they have their absolute minimum and we'll wish we were in diamonds. Probably. Well, no, the Jack of Hearts lead. Who has the King of Spades? Well, West overcalled 8 to 17 high card points. We have our 18, partner has 7, so that's 25. So West has no more than 15. The majority of the high card points are in West. So we've got to hope West has the King of Spades and hopefully the Queen of Clubs as well. So I'm inclined to leave West on lead here, unless East overtakes. And East does overtake. And East will come back a spade, I expect. We have 7 hearts between us. West has 5, so this is a singleton queen from East. And West has ace, jack, 10, 9. So we look at what West's remaining hearts are, they've got ace 10 9, which will win, and then the 2, and then the 3. So they have 4 heart tricks when they get in. So East is almost certain to switch to a spade, and if the king of spades is in the West hand, we'll be in a lot more trouble. So I'm going to win this trick. There's no harm to cash the ace 1 top diamond just to see there's a singleton queen around, which would help us. 9, 2, 3. So ideally what we want to do is, having made these 2 tricks, find the queen of clubs with West. So that will give us 3 club tricks, making 5. The ace of spades will be 6. And then we hope to have the queen of diamonds with East. I think we need one of those cards to be right, either the queen of diamonds with East or the king of clubs with West. Otherwise, I don't see that we can make this contract. It's got to be convenient. We have to take the club finesse first. So we'll try it. So that's one bit of good news. So we've now got 3 tricks. The ace of spades will be 4. Ace of clubs will be 5. The king of clubs will be 6. King of diamonds will be 7. And we can definitely get at least one more diamond trick after, even if we lose to the queen, because we have the 10 and the jack. And even if West makes the queen of diamonds, they can only cash 4 more hearts. We know they've only got 4 more hearts because that's all there is. So that will be 5 tricks, and then we will make our 8 tricks. So we're going to play a diamond now. If we lead the jack of diamonds, East may well cover if they have the queen. And that will help resolve our issue. So I'm going to lead the jack of diamonds, and if it isn't covered, I will run it. Well, it's probably going to lose. It didn't. Right. So now we're looking at over tricks. East appears to have the queen of diamonds. West appears to have the queen of clubs. We're still not sure about the king of spades, but people are going to have to hang on to spades. So I'm going to play another diamond and cash those diamonds. And the cards, West kept all their 4 hearts. They've thrown a spade. Let's cash another diamond. Now they've thrown one of their hearts. So now they've only got 3 hearts to cash. This hand's thrown a spade as well. Nobody's thrown a club, which is interesting. Oh, the queen appears from there. Well, I think that's probably means that East has 4 clubs, but we can just check. No. Clubs broke 3-3. Remember, we had 4 clubs in dummy, 3 in our hand. So at 7, they had 6. So now the 8 of clubs is good. So we can cash that. Spade from there, and a heart from there. So now they've only got 2 winning hearts. This very much looks like they're keeping 2 spades, the king and another spade. I'm pretty sure they are. So I'm going to exit with a heart now, which West will have to win. And they can cash another heart. No, they've played the spade straight away. I think they would have thrown a spade away and kept another heart if they didn't have the king. So I'm going up with the queen of spades. And the ace of spades. And we have to concede a heart at the end, but we come to 11 tricks. for 92.9%, presumably probably either the people are doing the same or yeah, one person bid 3 no trumps and some other people have made 180. But they're really, we were forced into a position of winning the first trick. Otherwise the spade would have come through. And after that, we needed some good things to happen in clubs and diamonds. And we really had to take clubs first because of the way the entries were. And that all broke very favourably for us, and we took advantage of that. On to board 2, 13 high card points. Oh, this is 1 diamond in the robot system, 1 heart. Now the robot expects us to bid 1 spade. The people who are gaming the robots bid 1 no trump on the grounds that the robots, when they defend, won't think we've got 4 spades. I'm going to bid according to the robot system and bid 1 spade, 1 no trump, right? So they've got their answer minimum 6 to 10 high card points opposite our 13. We're going to pass. But now, remember, this south hand is now the dummy, the one they can see, and this north hand is the one they can't. And we've got this obvious weakness in clubs. Partner has 7 high card points. The points are 20-20. So that's there. But this 2 of hearts looks like a useful lead. It should give us a trick. Robot lights leading from short suits, but this looks like it's from 3 or 4 hearts. Right. We could have put the 8 in, couldn't we? But the 9 will be all right. So now we've got 3 heart tricks, a diamond and the spade for 5. And we want to attack spades now, because they've got queen jack of hearts. So we can't, looks like this hand had 4 hearts to the queen jack. So we can't set up our 4th heart at the moment. We can attack diamonds or spades. Spades, we've got better point, might get a point. So we're going to lead the jack of spades or the 3 of spades. Depends where we think the 10 is and the king. Lead the 3 of spades to the queen. If it loses, we can finesse against the 10 in the east hand. Lead the jack of spades. It loses. We can finesse either way, in fact, against the 10 of spades if the queen loses. So we're going to lead the 3. And the queen wins. So we will now have a choice when we're next in dummy. We could lead the jack of spades. This hand will cover with the king. We'll win the ace, and if the 10 is here, doubleton, then the 9, 8, and 7 will be good. Alternatively, we could play it. So the 10 doubleton here, we should go to dummy and lead the jack. If there's king doubleton here, we should play the ace of spades. And if they're 3-3, it doesn't matter much. I think it's just convenient to play the ace now and see if anything happens. The opponents may well cash clubs when they get in, and the king falls, right? So now the jack is good, but this hand's got 4 to the 10 of spades. So we don't want to set up their spade. What we want to do is play diamond. Well, we need to play diamonds now. We've got 3 tricks. There's a rack of spades is 4, and the ace king of hearts are 6. The ace of diamonds is 7. They may be able to run quite a lot of clubs. One of them might have 6 clubs, and if we give up the trick, then almost certain to cash their 6 clubs. So there's an argument for going for just cashing our tricks. I think there's a good case to be made for cashing a couple of hearts, because one of them will have to make a discard, and also the Jack of Spades, one of them will have to make a discard. So let's cash some hearts. So this one appears to have 4 hearts. Remember, we started with 7, so they had 6, and this hand we think's got Queen Jack. So this hand's going to have to make a discard on this heart. And that's a club, unsurprisingly. And this one's got the Jack of Hearts left. So now, if we cash the Jack of Spades, this hand will have to make a discard. So they both discarded clubs. And they both still got diamonds. So I want to make them play diamonds. That's the best chance of us getting a second diamond trick and making an over trick. This, I think I'm going to lead a club. And obviously cashing their 10 of spades. I'll throw a club from here. I've thrown a diamond. King of clubs. Queen of clubs. Ace of clubs. I'll throw my 10 of hearts. I'm throwing a diamond. But they can't, this hand can't get this hand in. Now. They're going to cash the 9 of clubs. This hand did have a lot of clubs. They had to discard one. And now they've played a diamond. And we have to guess who's got the king and who's got the jack. If this hand has both the king and jack, it doesn't matter what we play. They'll just make the ace. If this hand has both the king and jack, it doesn't matter which one we play. We'll make 2 tricks. If they're split, then if the king is here, we want to play the queen. If the king is here, then we want to play low. So how did the auction go? Well, East is the one that passed. And what's East turned up with? Not very much. The king of spades. What else did they have? They didn't have anything in clubs. Queen, Jack of hearts, king of spades, queen, Jack of hearts. 4 hearts, 2 spades, with 2 clubs. And West has turned up with in both cases, you know, they had 20 points between their 2 hands. And it looks as though they're fairly evenly distributed. And there's 8 points there so far in the East hand. A fairly flat hand. 8 points that we've seen in the West hand. We've seen this long club suit. Would they have bid 2 clubs, not vulnerable, if I had the king of diamonds as well? We give the king of diamonds to East to go with king of spades, queen, Jack of hearts. That's the 9 points. I think I'm going to play East for the king of diamonds and play low. See what happens. There it is. Ace, 10 of diamonds, queen, and that gets us the over trick, which was vital. And you can see that they had 5 club tricks off the top. So if we hadn't cashed out our win, forced the discard from West, they would have been able to keep all their clubs and hold us to 1 no trump. Right, we're only ranked second with 91.1%. So nobody scored more than us this time. So the person who scored, got 3 no trumps there, is the one who's leading. And that's MGTU. They must have scored 120 as well. So we have at least one pretty good player here. We've got 16 high card points. I know we've got 5 card major, but the robot opens this 1 no trump. And that's what you should do. Certainly these days, everybody, even with a weak no trump and a 5 card major, the view is that we should open 1 no trump. So this looks pretty good. We have 2 spade tricks on the lead. We can almost certainly have 5 heart tricks if we want them. I'm going to suggest that perhaps we don't. They may be able to cash some clubs. But we're going to win this in our hand. But we want to set up some diamonds if we can. With entry to dummy. So we're going to win the ace here. We've got spade entry. This hand's led a spade from nothing. If I had nothing in diamonds, they might have led diamonds instead. Or clubs. So one alternative is to cross to dummy with a heart, take a diamond finesse. Probably leading the jack first, since we've got Queen Jack 10. And we've got 8 diamonds between us. And we should be able to set the diamonds up. But then our second entry will be a heart. That's fine. So what happens? The danger is that if we cross to dummy with a heart, take the diamond finesse, it loses. Another spade comes back, knocks out this entry. But then we still have the ace of diamonds. Yeah, as an entry to our hand. So we can afford a heart as an entry to dummy. Right, so we'll do this. We'll cross to the ace of hearts and lead the jack of diamonds. Low. Of course, I cut myself off from the diamonds now. That was silly. Yeah, that's what I didn't count on. I will get a bad score here. I should have finessed the queen of diamonds. Or played the ace of diamonds and then the queen of diamonds, which was my second choice. Because they could knock out that entry to dummy. That's what I should have calculated. Nobody's got any more diamonds. I've got 3 hearts, and because everybody followed to 2 hearts, so we had 7 and they had 6. So I could exit with a club, but I don't see that that's going to help us a lot. Let's play the king of hearts. And throw a spade, throw another diamond. Got club from dummy. Cash my spade. And exit with a club. But this will be a bad score. I played that badly. %57%. Yeah, don't know that I really deserve that. Let me show you what I should have done. Right, so this is how things went. The spade lead was nice. Place. Two, ace. And then now I should lead the two of diamonds, nine of diamonds, queen of diamonds. This hand ought to duck at this point. So they take the king of diamonds, I just play ace of diamonds and four of diamonds over. So they're not certain, they can't be certain that the queen of hearts is an entry. They're not sure what partner has. So they should duck. And now I can play ace of diamonds, five of diamonds, and this hand will discard. But now I've got the four of diamonds, and even if they don't play the king, we win in dummy and play another diamond, knocking the king out. And we will come to one more trick than we did, unless they manage to cash their four club tricks, which they probably won't. So that was bad play by me. I'm still in second place. One assumes that some of these people above me, probably this one that, well, maybe it's him with bid three no trumps. No, that's not the one. That's not the one. That's not the one. And that's not the one. So they did, look, they tied with me. They played as badly as me. Right. So we're on to board 4. And we've got 11 high card points, but we've got 5 spades. So we have to decide if we're going to pass it out. And I don't think we are, because we have the spades. The rule here, as you heard, is the law of 15. You add your number of points, your number of spades, and if that's 15 or more, you should open the bidding. The reason is that the points are pretty evenly distributed. Because these 3 hands have passed, we know they can't have more than 11, but we know they can't have more than 11 points because it's a best hand tournament. But even in real, if we were playing, face-to-face bridge, after 3 passes, we know none of them have got more than 11 points because everybody opens 12 points. In fact, most people open 11 points these days. So we have our 13 high card points. So we're going to open 1 spade. We may well be passing. If partner bids 1 no trump, I think we're just going to pass. Partner bids 2 spades, and we certainly are passing. The robot actually had a convention here called Drury to ask how good my spade bid was if they had a good 2 spade bid, but they don't. So we may be struggling to make 2 spades here, but we do need to beat anybody who passed out the hand. The club lead is nice, and we don't have any heart losers. This should mean that we only need to rough 1 club in dummy. We'll have 2 diamond losers, 1 heart loser, 1 club loser. And now we want to have just 1 spade loser, which if we lead spades twice from dummy and the jack, so we will win the queen. We will want to rough unless we set the hearts up. Well, we want to get to dummy to play spades. I could play king of hearts and finesse a heart, and if it loses and they cash their diamonds, I can throw a club loser on a heart probably, rather than having to rough it, and that will enable me to take the 2 finesses, but I will only have 1 entry to dummy, and I really want 2 entries to take 2 finesses. So I'm going to start with the club, which will lose to the ace there. The 10 is now the biggest club, so they're going to cash their diamonds. My 10 of diamonds may end up being worth something. Club, no, yeah, it is because, oh, no, it isn't. I can overruff that. Right, so now we started with 8 spades, so they started with 5. Now they've only got 4. Um, 10 of clubs is a winner. 10 of diamonds isn't a winner because the jack's still here. So I'm going to ruff a club. They didn't go for a club ruff, so in this hand. So I'm going to, I don't need the heart, and there we go. That's why they didn't. So now I'm going to lead the jack of spades because I like to encourage them to cover. They didn't. It may have both spades maybe offside. There's the jack of diamonds led, which I'm going to have to ruff. But we've seen 3 of their 5 spades. We haven't got any losers outside of trumps. But this hand didn't cover the jack. I suspect this hand's got 2 more spades. But in which case it's definitely got a spade winner. If this hand had 2 more spades, we can cross the ace of hearts and take a spade for this. Should we do that? Because yeah, we will do. If it plays low, we have a decision to make. If they show out, we can just play the ace of spades and then play on our plain suits and force this hand to ruff. So we'll play the 2 of hearts for the ace and lead the 9 of spades. And they do show out, as I thought. So we'll go up with the ace of spades. And now we can cash the 10 of clubs. And the king of hearts. And they make their big trump. So the 71.4%. So the spades were distributed badly. King, queen, the 3 offside. And that's got us to first place. So the person who's been doing well up to now didn't do so well on this hand. Right. So we have 14 high card points. As I say, I don't like gaming the robots. But if I open 1 no trump, we're likely to lose a spade fit. I'm going to open 1 diamond. 1 heart, and the robot expects me to bid a spade. 3 diamonds. Invitational jump raise. 4 diamonds, 3 minus spades. 4 plus hearts. 10 to 12 total points. And we've got 14 and we don't have a club stop. We're not making 5 diamonds. Partner doesn't have 4 spades. They do have 4 plus diamonds. They have 4 plus hearts, almost certainly 4 hearts. They probably have some length in clubs. The robots are going to lead clubs. We've got aces and kings. I don't think we're going to make 5 diamonds. The difficulty is if we don't bid 3 no trumps, lots of people are, and if it makes, we'll do badly. I think I'm going to bid 3 no trumps. The robots often don't defend it well, and it may be that partner turns up with 3 clubs and they're like, right, partner does have a club stop. So we've got 2 spades, 1 heart is 3. A club is 4. Well, I'm certainly going to need 4 diamonds. Partner has 10 points as the minimum, so. Well, it looks like we might have 2 club tricks then. Two clubs, two spades, the heart, then four diamonds will be sufficient. We think the queen of clubs would be an entry. It's not certain. The robot's got better at ducking in this position. Always used to take the ace, but not so much anymore. And of course, in this hand, the south hand is the one that's covered up, and the north hand is the one they can see. Well, doesn't have any reason not to play on diamonds. The 10. Well, that's going to force one. They would play the 10 from 10 Doubleton or from Queen 10. And it's no. Ooh, 10 Singleton. But we've got 9 and 8, and the Queen is there, so we can take another finesse, and we will make 4 tricks. So, but we also need to lead clubs twice from our hand. So we need to do the club lead first, because we will lose a trick then. And if we come to in hand in spades twice, we'll set up spade tricks for them. And if we come to hand once in spades and once in hearts, we'll set up heart tricks for them. So we need to do that before. We need to hopefully set up our second club trick before we lose our guards in spades and hearts. So here comes the heart lead. Is there something to be said for ducking this trick? You never know, there might be. It won't do us any harm. They can't run anything in any other suit. So I'm going to let them win that. 3 of spades, right. Oh, well, I think I'll let this hand win this trick as well. No, because then they could knock out the entry to my hand by playing a heart. So I have to go up with the king of spades here. The club's a winner now. I've got an entry back to the ace of hearts in my hand. So now I can lead the 9 of diamonds. Queen goes up. 9 of clubs discarded from there. The 8 of diamonds is now a winner. Jack of clubs discarded. I can cash the queen of clubs. And they can lead a heart. I can play the heart back here for my 9th trick. And they're going to make the last 2. In 96.4%. So it was good. How many people bid 3 no trumps? Quite a lot. Lots of people passed 3 diamonds, which I think bid, technically is the right thing to do. But as I say, the robots misdefend against 3 no trumps fairly often. So it's worth bidding it sometimes. Especially as a lot of people in these events are going to bid it. You can be with the field. So that worked well. I wonder if it's just worth showing. I was ducking tricks in the hope that somebody might be squeezed at the end when I cashed the diamonds and the clubs and have to unguard one of the majors. But I couldn't afford to duck another spade because they could have knocked out the ace of hearts. And then there would have been knowing. Awesome. So we've got 16 high card points. 5-4-2-2. There's no reason why you shouldn't treat that as balanced. But this hand, all the points in the long suits pretty much, and they're both majors. So this hand is good enough to open 1 heart and reverse the 2 spades. But I'm going to do that. They bid 2 hearts. Simple raise, but they're reasonably constructive. They got 7 to 10 total points. Two spades by me is unspecified shortness. I thought it was not a spade suit. I don't have an unspecified shortness. So two no trumps says I've got spades. And let's see that I'm going to do that because the robot, although I don't like trusting the robot's judgment, that may help them bid four hearts. I don't suppose they will. It only says 17 to 18 total points. And no, sorry, this one. 7 to 10 total points. Yeah, I expect so. I suppose, yeah. Let's bid two no trumps and see what they say. Three hearts, 7 total points. Right, so they don't have many points. They might still only have 3 hearts. So we could have a heart loser and 3 minor suit losers. Okay. I'm going to pass this time. Yeah, we can easily have 2 trump losers here. 2 diamond losers. And a club loser, and there's a spade to be taken account of. Well, I will want to get to dummy to lead hearts at some point. I'll win this with the king, because that's I'm going to play the club towards dummy. I go up with the ace, which is good news. I think they'll play diamonds now. No, they'll play spades still. And now on the ace. Right. Well, I'm in 3. I will want to rough a spade, but not quite yet. I want to play king, queen of clubs, throwing a diamond away. That will get rid of the loser. They may rough the 3rd round of clubs because there were 5 in dummy and 2 in our hand, 7. But I think we may rough with a natural trump trick. Do I want to play the ace of hearts to try and make that more likely? No, I'm going to play the club. And now the queen. I think this hand may rough. I'll throw the 2 of diamonds away. No. I didn't. Effectively, I can draw some trumps by leading the 9 of clubs. They rough with the queen of hearts. I think I'm going to over rough here. They discard. I'm going to try roughing the 5 of spades in dummy. And lead the 7 of clubs. And rough with the 3 of hearts. So I'll over rough with the 4. They can over rough with the 9. And I lead the 3 of diamonds, which is their diamond trick. But we've seen 3 of their trumps. 7. So now, what should we do? Perhaps I haven't played this well. Perhaps I should have drawn trumps, because now if they've each got 1 trump, then I make the contract. But if one of them's got 2 trumps, I'm going 2 down. This is not good. I think I've got to play for trumps to beat. No, I'm going two down. Unless this hand has four spades. They don't. That hand had the spade. So I had to play the queen of spades to get out for one down. 7.1%. That's entirely justified. I played that badly. I think I should just have played to draw trumps, which is what most people will have done. And I could have got out for one down, which would have been 39%. Still in first place, though. All right. But that was a bad play. Having got the clubs and got the diamond discard, I should have taken a heart finesse and then roughed a spade and taken another heart finesse. But and I could have got out for one down by playing the queen of spades and forcing them to rough. Here we are. We've got 19 high card points, some nice nines and tens. The robot, in this case, I am going to upgrade it to two no trumps. The robot just bids this so much better. But the robot doesn't have majors, so we expect to get a heart lead here. Right. King. Right. So king from king, queen. This may be another bad score. We need to knock out the ace of diamonds and hope they can't take more than three hearts, really. We can't possibly have more than four clubs, one spade, five, and a heart, six. So the question is, what's the best chance of them not being able to take five heart tricks? And Doubleton Jack of Hearts in this hand is probably the better chance, rather than, is it? Rather than a Doubleton, any Doubleton heart and the ace of diamonds in the hand with two. If hearts are 4-4, it doesn't matter what I do. It must be right. Yeah, it's got to be right to duck this trick. This looks like this hand's got king, queen, jack. Well, there's nothing to be done except to play on diamonds. And they got the ace of diamonds and the long hearts. So we're going down here. We won't be alone, but we just have, and that's our spades, the losers, and they've got six hearts. And we can claim the rest. Two down. 17%. Surely we're out of first place now. We are down to third with only one board to go. People who didn't open two no trumps are able to stop being a part score. But we were unlucky to find that they had an obvious hard lead. Anyway, on to the final board. And we have 13 points, 6-card heart suit. Well, everybody's opening one heart. One no trump. Why north? Two minus hearts. I could bid hearts, but I want to swing. So I'm going to hope the hearts will all come in and that we'll score 10 points extra for playing in no trumps. So I'm going to pass. Once again, this south hand is the one they can see. This north hand is the one they can't. They let a spade. I don't want them to switch to a diamond because that's my one entry to the hearts. Well, we're going to set up declarers clubs. We're going to cash some spades first. We don't want a diamond switch, please. Woof, thank you. 9 of clubs. Well, the jack and ace have gone, so our clubs are all going to be good. We had 2 clubs here and 6 clubs there, 8, so they only had 5. And so these are all going to be good, leaving 4 tricks to go, with 3 winners in dummy. Unfortunately, I'd like now to cash the ace of diamonds and come back to this hand, but I can't. But to hang on to the diamond for a while, I'm going to have to discard 3 hearts anyway. So I'll do that first. Maybe the robot will think I don't have any hearts. 5 of hearts from there. One lots of diamonds. See what is the spade position. Well, we're going to play the 2 of clubs and throw the 3 of diamonds, and a heart comes from here. But both of them have thrown 1 heart away, and we had 7 hearts between us, so they had 6. Have they really both thrown a heart? One of them has queen to 3 hearts. Can see ace, king, jack. No, they haven't. One of them's got 4 hearts. And playing in hearts, it's difficult to get to dummies clubs if they docker the ace. So I have to hope that making enough tricks in no trumps will get us there. Well, hearts were not 3-3. They wouldn't have discarded a heart from Queen XX when they can see. So one of them has got have they got a spade to cash? I think they would have cashed it. They were on lead and they could have cashed it. But I think they've only got diamonds in hearts left. Right, and we've got the rest. 150. 100%. Still not enough. It got us enough to tie for first place. Right. Okay. So we played for the swing there to play in no trumps compared to people who played in hearts we probably can't see yet. But if we can, people who played in hearts didn't do nearly so well. In fact, I was the only positive score. Just making 1 no trump would have been sufficient. Well, there we go. Robots defended badly against no trumps again. So I hope there's some useful lessons there in the counting of the hand. I think there were certainly in some of the earlier hands. But perhaps I didn't do so well in the bidding. But as I say, I think it's the play of the hand is the main thing I want to emphasize here. And I think that was we saw quite a few of that, and perhaps by getting to standard contracts but making more tricks are the best lessons to be learned from these things. But if you do learn lessons from them, if you do find them useful, please subscribe to the channel. That's the thing that helps me most, entirely free. And also like the video and leave any comments that you've got. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye for now.